I want to get to James Woolsey. Thank you very much, sir, for being here tonight. Let's just, with all due respect to the former CIA director, let's just take the pictures from Turkey live, full screen, so the viewers can see what's going on.
The coup was so clumsy and so ineffective and so badly pulled together that it may have been, at least in part, a fake, and something that was organized by the Erdogan government in order to be cracked down on.
Well, you just heard the former Director of Intelligence James Woolsey call this coup a false flag, ladies and gentlemen. The Drudge Report and many others believe that this failed coup attempt in Turkey over the weekend was staged for political gain, not only because their revolution failed miserably, but because the supposed pro-citizen movement behind the coup didn't even target the leadership. Instead, they bombed Erdogan's opposition, namely the parliament. And not only that, but they strafed civilians with a minigun airship. Now, here's what every good dictator will tell you. Don't touch my fucking White Palace. The rebels managed to blow up the Turkish parliament but failed to move in on the White House. Who would do such a thing? A dictator trying to make it look real but not too real, that's who. What you're looking at here, ladies and gentlemen, is the brand new White House of Turkey. They just finished it in 2014 at a cost of nearly $1 billion. And while members of parliament tried to oppose the construction of this Ottoman Palace of Versailles, the dictatorship wasn't hearing that. But do you know what they said to themselves instead? Let's stage a coup. We'll blow up their shitty parliament so that they can protest from the streets. And in the meantime, we'll leave my brand new White Palace on a hill untouched. And that's how you know beyond any reasonable doubt that this operation was a staged false flag event, a Reichstag, right there in Turkey. And so ask yourselves, what kind of people's revolution blows up their own Congress yet leaves the leadership and their prized White Palace on a hill untouched? Had it been a real revolution, the first thing they would have blown up would have been this presidential palace, and they would have made sure the dictator was in it. Instead, they went to enormous lengths to spill blood and treasure to fool the population. And now, as a result of their false flag, the Turkish dictatorship is cleaning house and consolidating power. They've purged the military, arrested members of their Supreme Court. They're even arresting journalists as we speak, and the New World Order is taking notes. Breaking news, they're blockading our military base in Turkey that holds tactical nukes. With friends like these, ladies and gentlemen, who needs enemies? They're holding our nukes hostage, and they're a member of NATO. What kind of bullshit is this? We're not sure what kind of opium they're snorting over there, but it must be good, and they must be on something, because they're genociding the Kurds as we speak. They just shot down a Russian plane a few months ago, and now they're holding our nuclear weapons hostage. Not to mention they've been doing business with ISIS for years. You don't think a billion-dollar palace like this one builds itself, do ya? This dictatorship has become a nightmare. The people of Turkey are hypnotized, and now the international community looks complicit by not demanding regime change. It's looking like 1938 Nazi Germany over there in Turkey, ladies and gentlemen, and the international community is making deals to contain the issue. They're making a mockery of justice, just like they did in the days leading up to World War II. And everybody knows if they're willing to burn their own Reichstag, if they're willing to kill tens of thousands of Kurds, lock up journalists and members of their own Supreme Court, we're dealing with some fucking Nazis. But have no fear, the New World Order is here, ping-ponging false flag events back and forth across the Atlantic to keep you busy and to keep terrorism and security in the news. They're buying time because they know Terminators are on the way. Tick-tock, it's the Skynet clock. 1, 2, death towers surround you. 3, 4, the NWO is at the door. 5, bitch, this ain't no glitch. Genocide is coming, and you are the resistance.